But the typical reason why marriages end is over finances.
All she's saying is, hey, when we first moved in, we could split everything 50-50, right? Because we were on equal footing. But now financially, we are not on equal footing. She's right. She's tired of pretending we're equal. That is, in fact, correct. Like, the incomes aren't equal. But if you're still paying the same amount you paid before, you're now getting a bet she's not getting. So you do need to reassess and make it more equitable.
Sometimes things aren't split down the line equal. You give 100% of the relationship. Sometimes you got to give 65, the other person got to give 35, but it's still 100% of the relationship.
This is an Unsolicited Perspectives YouTube exclusive.
Jay, you've never been married, but you've been in relationships. I've been married. And the majority of the reasons why marriages end, mine didn't end because of this. Because I knew to make sure that this wasn't an issue in my marriage. But the typical reason why marriages end is over finances.
Yes, it's always that moolah.
That money, man. Got to get that money, man. So this Reddit poster posted a question about, is he overreacting over a particular situation? And the title of the post is, struggling to agree with my wife on how to split rent fairly. Now, I've been in this situation, okay? And I made more than my significant other.
Yeah.
And there got to a point where the rent kept increasing. And I just was like, look, we're just going to do a joint bill account. And this is the number that we put in. And as our expenses kept decreasing, I just was putting in more. And then she was like, do you need me to put in more? I'm like, no, because I handle all the finances. Don't worry about it. And I cover the difference. But this poses an interesting question. So what does the poster say? He says, I'm a 34-year-old male and my wife is a 28-year-old female. Have been renting for over a year here in Boston, and lately money's become a serious issue. When we first moved in, we split everything 50-50. But now she says, since I earn more, I should cover the full rent or at least most of it. I don't think that's fair. We both live here and it was our agreement from the start. Last month, we didn't even pay rent on time because we were arguing about it. She says she's tired of pretending we're equal when our incomes aren't, which honestly hurt to hear. I've been playing on the phone at night, reading how other couples handle this, but opinions are all over the place. I just want to find something that feels fair for both of us before this gets worse. So Jay, after I read that to you, what do you think should be his solution?
Yeah, I think that's absolutely, I think they're both, I don't think anybody's wrong in this situation. So when they first moved in, they split everything 50-50, but his circumstances changed. And so when circumstances change, regardless of what it is, if you need to readjust, you got to readjust. And that's just that's all she's saying. It's like, hey, when we first moved in, we could split everything 50-50, right? Because we were on equal footing. But now financially, we are not on equal footing. You out-earned me. And so I get his point of like, hey, our agreement was 50-50. Like nothing has changed about our expenses. We're still in the same apartment. It's still the same utilities and internet and all of that stuff. Like nothing's changed about our circumstances, like as far as our living conditions. So why should the split change? And the fact of the matter is that you are getting now the male, the husband, you're now getting a benefit where you didn't before. And that benefit is not equal. So she's right. She's tired of pretending we're equal. That is, in fact, correct. Like the incomes aren't equal, but if you're still paying the same amount you paid before, you're now getting a benefit that she's not getting. So you do need to reassess and make it more equitable. Like that's what 50-50 actually is. It's not just taking all of the expenses and splitting it down the middle. It's making it equitable, not equal, equitable. And so, yeah, he's going to need to reassess. Like, I think that's fair.
There's a reason why they do cost of living raises in companies, because as expenses come up, as expenses rise, so should your income.
Yeah.
Their rent has not stayed the same. Now, if it has stayed the same since they moved in,
Oh,
I don't think that they should have to change the ratio, right? Unless
right.
she's making less money than what she was from the start. But that's not how rent works. You know why?
Right.
Because I rent. You know what happens every year? Rent goes up. Rent don't ever go down. Rent don't ever go down.
It sure don't. I mean, it can, but you are no longer inside of the building. You are now outside of it with all your stuff on the curb.
or like certain buildings, like my building, like I know a lot of people that do tic-tac-toe with apartments, right? And they're just like, hey, look, this one is cheaper. Instead of renewing at the place that I'm at, I'm gonna move over here. I'm too lazy to do something like that because
It's a lot.
It's a lot to be moving back and forth, right?
Yeah.
So rent increases. Your income has increased, her income has increased, but you're still making significantly more. And guess what? There are all types.
We don't know that her income has increased.
This is true.
Yeah.
The point I'm trying to make is there's all types of spreadsheets, Google spreadsheets, Microsoft Excel, all types of stuff that you can plug in everything and say, what is the ratio from what we were spending and what we are spending now and how to make it equitable. And bro, like you can't sit there and say, well, the rent has increased. I'm making more money. I'm making significantly more money. You're going to go ahead and struggle while I'm living good over here.
Right.
I do not agree with the assessment that he should be paying the full rent because that was part of what she said, the full or most of. I agree with most of, but not the full. We both live here.
Right.
Unless you are out of job, then I shouldn't have to pay the full rate. And no matter what, that rent can't be late. Okay.
Right.
You can't be arguing back and forth about the rent and it be late. Pay the damn rent and figure it out later. But it would be a real issue if she was expecting me to pay the full rent. The majority or most of, I can agree with, depending on what our circumstances are. If I need to pay 60, 65, 70, or even 75% of the rent, cool. But the full thing, no, because we both live here. And if that wasn't the agreement when we got married, then that's not going to be the agreement. If the agreement when we got married was like things are going to be equitable, and then as we get married, it is, no, you should pay these bills. I'm like, nah. No, I'm not going to do that.
A very, very simple solution, just like you said, put all your household bills, your joint bills in an Excel sheet, and then upload that to your favorite AI, put in your salaries and ask what is an equitable distribution for this. Like, and it'll generate a number. And if y'all can both agree on that number, then you're straight. But if her position is still that you should be covering the full rent, y'all have a problem.
A big problem, like a huge problem. And y'all still young. Matter of fact, around the same age I was when I got married and divorced. You'll be all right. There's life after. There's life after. It's a good life after. It's a good life after.
I promise y'all our advice isn't always to break up, but it's 97% of the time it's gonna be but no, just put it in, just put it into your favorite AI, whatever that may be, and ask for an equitable distribution of it, and then move from there.
Actually, that's a good idea. Personally, I'm going to do that today. As a matter of fact, I got my little Excel spreadsheet, but I need to pay down some of my credit cards. I'm going to put it in the chat and be like, hey, chat, tell me what I need to do based on the interest rates of my credit cards and what the excess money that I have each month to pay down these credit cards over a 6-month period. What do I need to put in so I can still have fun? And chat will just be like, this is what you need to do. And you need to start buying this tequila instead of that tequila. And that'll save you $10 a week, which is $40 a month. It
literally will.
Yep.
It'll go step by step. If you ask it, give me step-by-step instructions on how I can pay off this credit card, how I can save money or whatever, it'll give you all of that. It's very simple. You just upload that Excel sheet and just ask your query.
Ask your query. So, bruh, are you overreacting? A little bit. Because she ain't if she's asking for the full rent, ask for too much. Asking to pay more, that's about right, bruh. This is a marriage. Y'all agree for better or for worse, for richer or for poor. You need to put in your part. Sometimes things aren't split down the line equal.
Right.
You give 100% of the relationship. Sometimes you got to give 65. The other person got to give 35, but it's still 100% of the relationship. That's on you. But that's just our opinion. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you guys think? Is he overreacting? Is he underreacting? What would you do in that situation? Leave a comment down in the comment section and we're going to get at you.
Join the conversation and follow the Unsolicited Perspectives podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your audio podcasts.